Okay, it's been a few years since I've done this hike, and I forgot how much work it was to get all the way up here. So, but I made it. This video is not about the hike. It's about, this is actually about I had a slide from my presentation on IGF-1, dairy proteins, and cancer. If you haven't seen that, I suggest you check it out. There was an interesting quote in there where studies have shown that in women aged 40 to 50 who died, and upon autopsy, about 39% of them were found to have breast cancer. Whereas in the general population in the same age group, only 1% are found to have breast cancer. Which brings up a really interesting point of just basically our system is always, fighting and trying to correct with things with checks and balances, with things called the unfolded protein response and all these other things that people have no idea what they are. But the general idea is, again, we have these checks and balances to make sure that cells don't do things that they shouldn't be doing. So, which, brings into account, we should always be, taking care of ourselves, and, so our immune system is proper. So what's the proper immune system to keep us, healthy and keep them going? So as I talk about in a lot of my videos, and the best videos for this are my videos on autoimmune. It's a two-part series. I suggest you check that out. What we want is an immune system that is ready to act and be robust when necessary, but also one that is, tranquilo. That is like, not going to be constantly on the offensive looking for a battle to fight. When we get into those immune systems, you get into immune systems that are really driving autoimmune disease. And 80% plus of the immune system is in and around the gut, which brings into account the importance of the microbiome and the difference between having an immune system that's always looking for a fight and one that's just kind of there, present, monitoring things, rises to the occasion, and then calms back down after the fact. So we want the latter, and that is in large part achieved by a proper gut microbiome. So that's today's video. I want to announce a couple of other things here as well. To save some money on supplements, you can join my dispensary on Fullscript. You can save 10 to 15%, not only on the supplements that I personally recommend, but also any supplements and other healthcare products you actually use. And also on the note of pricing and so forth, I am having a pricing increase on October 1st. There'll be a 25% increase on the price of my protocols, initial consultations, and follow-up consultations. So if you were thinking of doing something with me, probably sooner is better than later.